Hi, welcome to Yoga with Connie. This is the third video. Really missing you guys in class. Definitely after doing a few of these videos, I've realized that teaching in person is definitely what I was meant to do. But I'm trying best I can. So hopefully you are able to get something out of these videos at this time. Today we are going to really put a focus on the back and shoulders. All right. I always recommend that if you are taking a yoga class and you have any underlying conditions that need to be addressed, that you definitely talk to your doctor and make sure that whatever challenges you may have in your body or mind, that it's okay to take a yoga class. That being said, a lot of times when we are doing anything, especially physically, we can get injured, especially if we are repetitively doing things, per se, in a yoga class that we're not using correct form. So I'm really going to repeat myself today on the correct form to really get the most work for your back and shoulders in a very safe way. Again, it's up to you. Yoga is about yoking the mind and body. So you need to listen to your body. Respect what it is telling you. Okay? We don't make judgments, expectations, no. Leave those things behind. Just experience the sensations that these asanas, yoga poses, do to your body. And if you tune in and listen to your body while you are in these poses, you will make corrections in your back, in your shoulders, in your hips. You will make those right corrections because they will feel better. All right? So just listen today to your body. Take the time to just be here, present on your mat for this next hour or so. All right? I do recommend today that you have a yoga block or some kind of block that you can set up for assisting you in some of these poses. Also, a blanket or a towel folded up to be about this thick or so. We're going to use it for a few poses today as well, one or two, maybe two. So have those available. The blanket you can set aside, but have your yoga block available to use at any time. It really assists in the poses. It's not used as a crutch. It's used as a way of assisting you to deepen the pose, maybe to correct the pose. All right? So as we're sitting here in Sukhasana, easy sitting pose. Eyes can be open or closed, doesn't matter as long as you just can get into your breath. I definitely teach an inhale breath through the nose. Allow that breath to go all the way to the belly. You will physically feel the breath in the belly as it expands the belly a little bit. When you exhale, the belly draws in and you lift up and let those ribs come out and just let that air come back up out and through the mouth. If you are used to doing another yoga breathing, that is great. That is absolutely fine. Whatever sets an anchor for you. Breathing anchor. That helps relax the body, helps to calm the mind, helps to get rid of all those samskaras, the flutters in the mind that we don't need right now, okay? Don't need all those distractions in the mind right now because we're just going to listen to the body. Take a few of those deep breaths. We physically feel the breath enter the body, and with that breath is life. Prana, life energy. And as you exhale, you're releasing any unwanted energy, any negative energy from the body. So as you inhale, you should feel a nice, joyful sensation in the body. And as you exhale, you should feel lighter in the body, like you've just released things that do not serve you. Remember, on that inhale, really begin to emphasize the lengthening of your spine, drawing up from the sitting bones through the crown of the head. On the exhale, keep the length in the spine as you draw the navel in and bring it up towards your rib cage. And to feel the release in your shoulders. Beautiful. And let's roll those shoulders up to the ears and bring them back, opening up the chest and broadening the shoulders. And let's really think about opening the chest and broadening the shoulders in every pose we do. Unless I want you to do something different, then I'll say that. Opening up here, all right? With palms forward, as we lift the arms above the head, we inhale. Exhale, palms together to heart center. Inhale, arms out. Really exaggerate big, big round circles with the arms. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, palms to heart center. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right arm down, left arm reaches over. Inhale, reach. Left arm down, right arm reaches over. Lengthen up out of the hip. Inhale, reach. Exhale, other side. Belly strong on the exhale, spine stays long. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. And then let's bring that right arm down, fingertips to the floor. Keep both sitting bones down. Reach up high out of that left arm, straight up to the sky. Just opening up those muscles between the rib cage, the intercostal muscles that assist the diaphragm with breathing. We're going to open those up to give us more breath. Good. Reach, 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 reach. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, the left arm down, fingertips to the floor. Reach up tall through that right arm, keeping that right sitting bone on the earth. Straight up, feeling the lift in the ribs. Deep breaths. Straight up to the sky. Good. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, over to the right. This time we're going to reach up through the left arm and reach up and over alongside that ear. Maybe that right arm flattens. Maybe it comes all the way to the forearm. However warm you are, keep that left sitting bone on the floor. And if the neck is okay with it, we're going to turn and gaze up to that bicep. Reach, reach, reach. Keep that left sitting bone down. Keep the spine long, the belly strong. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, that left arm to the floor. Reach up through the right and alongside that ear. Up, 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 and across. Keep that right sitting bone down. If it's okay with that neck, we're going to turn and gaze up to that bicep. We might be on the left palm, fingertips, or maybe even forearm. Keep that right hip down and that right shoulder coming back, opening the chest. Good, reaching up again. Exhale, palms to heart center. Before we do any rotations, I want to remind you that the spine stays long and the belly stays strong before any rotation of the body. Start with a light rotation and move through there, feeling the sensation as you deepen it if your body allows. Okay? Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, rotation to the right. Let the neck and head follow. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the left. Belly feels strong on those rotations. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. That chin may want to follow right over that left shoulder. Inhale, reach. And this exhale, rotation to the right and hold it with the left hand on the right knee and the right arm behind you. Lengthen more through the spine and begin to use that knee maybe a little bit for leverage to deepen that rotation if the body is ready for it. Next inhale, reach up tall. And exhale, rotation over the left, making sure you're long in the spine and strong in the belly before you rotate. Maybe using that knee for leverage to deepen that rotation if your body says yes. Beautiful. Inhale, reach. Exhale, palms to heart center. Let's go ahead and bring our heels out in front of us. We're going to sit up tall through those sitting bones. All right? And I want you to feel strengthen the belly and lengthen the spine during Navasana, boat pose. And really think about those two things as you go into a lot of these poses today. We keep nice neutrality in the spine, a nice gentle curve in the lower back, and a strong belly. Okay? We're going to lengthen up, open the chest, and lean back. And our belly muscles are going to grab us and keep us from falling, right? So take advantage of that. Really grab those belly muscles. You can have the hands underneath the knees. Chest stays open. Spine stays long. We're just going to gaze right there in front of the toes. And then we're going to find our strength and lift the heels up off the floor. And you're going to feel the belly draw in more. But you want to keep that spine long. So let's draw that pubis bone. Hold it there. Let's draw that pubis bone up into the rib cage. And take that tailbone down towards your knee area. Or up towards your knee area, drawing it towards the hips. Right? So we're holding it here. And if you feel good right there, feel steady, find your focus point, your disti. You can release the arms, hold it. You can extend the legs and embrace some of that shape here. Open, open, open. Belly strong. And then we bring our hands back under, bend our knees, Slowly come back onto the heels. You feel that lift of the pubis bone and the drop of the tailbone really strengthens, equalizes out the center area and helps with balance and stability. So keep those things in mind as we do a lot of these poses. It'll help with that stability, protecting the back, right? Let's lower down vertebrae by vertebrae onto the mat, or you can roll to one side to come down to the mat. We're going to bring our knees up into our chest. All right. We're just going to rock gently side to side over those two iliac bones. Two bones right there on the base of the back on each side. You'll feel them. Giving a little iliac massage here. Just relaxing the head and neck. Good. Come back to the center and let's place both feet on the floor. Palms down. Okay? Actually, let's go ahead and turn those palms up. We're going to bring the heels as close to the bottom as we can and the knees somewhat towards each other, so not flared out, in. And if you have a challenge with keeping the inner thighs strong, you can always take a block and squeeze that block here. I'm going to use that, okay? Right between those legs, you can squeeze the block or not. But what you want to do, use that block or not, you want to keep knees inward. If they tend to flare out, use that block. Palms up. All right? On the inhale, we are going to use the glutes, the thighs, the belly, and we're going to reach those hips up to the sky. And at the same time, we're going to slide the arms along the floor in big circles and reach the fingertips to the wall behind us. Up here into bridge, relaxing the head and neck. On the exhale, we're going to slide those arms back and big arm circles down towards the heels and release the hips to the floor. Inhale, lift and reach. Squeezing the glutes a bit, drawing the pubis bone up to the rib cage and the tailbone towards your knees, right? Remember? Exhale, back down again. Keep the inner thigh strong. Don't let those knees flare out. Inhale, bridge and reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach, lift. Exhale, back down. Beautiful. All right, let's bring those arms out a little bit. Keep those feet on the floor, but we're going to walk the feet out to the sides of our mat. And we're going to let our knees drop in towards each other into constructive rest. We're going to keep that natural, gentle arch underneath the lower back, even when the belly's strong as can be. Still got a little natural arch underneath that back, all right? Arms can be wherever you want them. All right, so we're right here in constructive rest. On our exhale, we're going to let our knees fall out to the sides and come to the outer sides of the feet. It's not going to be very far. They're not going to fall very far. Just opening and closing. Inhale, close back to constructive rest. Exhale, let the legs come out. Inhale, back in. Exhale, let the legs come out. Our knees, sides of the feet, let them fall. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, back out. Inhale, back in. One more time. Exhale, let the knees fall out to the sides, as far as they will. And inhale, back in. Beautiful. Feet together. And extend one leg at a time out to the floor. Wind relieving pose. Great belly release. Great hip warm up. Inhale and lengthen through the legs. through the toes, through the legs. Remember, even if you got to tuck your hand underneath there, make sure you're keeping that natural curve in the lumbar spine here as you do these. On your exhale, we come up and we bring that right knee to the chest. Inhale, release. Exhale, bring that left knee to the chest. As you inhale, release, you've got a little bit of lower abdominal work going on there, so don't let that lower back overarch. Keep the belly strong. Exhale the right knee to the chest. Assist it with those hands. Pull it in. Inhale, release. Exhale the left knee into the chest. Draw it in. It should feel good. Inhale, release. Exhale the right knee to the chest. Inhale, release. Exhale that left knee to the chest. Inhale, release. Beautiful. Now let's really use those lower abs, okay? Bend your knee as much as you need to. If you start feeling too much pressure in the lower back, bend your knee more, all right? Do what you need to, keeping the belly strong because we're going to be working this lower area. So on that exhale, really focus on drawing the navel in and up to the rib cage. All right, flexing the feet. Inhale, lengthen through the legs. Exhale the right knee up. Inhale, extend that right heel to the sky, feeling the back of the leg. Exhale, allow it to come down. Remember, keeping a bend in your knee as much as you need to. Stay strong here. Stay strong here. And release. Inhale, lengthen. Flexing the foot. Exhale the left knee. Inhale, lengthen the left heel to the sky. Exhale, slowly lower that left heel down. Lower abs, belly drawn in up to the rib cage, bending the knee if you feel it in your lower back. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen through both heels. Both heels lengthen to the wall in front of you. Exhale the right knee to the chest. Keep that foot flexed. Inhale the right heel to the sky. Exhale the right heel down, 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 down. Feeling the lower abs, not feeling any pressure in the lower back. Inhale, lengthen through the left heel. Exhale the left knee up into the chest. Inhale the left heel to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale through the right heel. Exhale the right knee to the chest. Inhale, the right heel to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale through the left heel. Exhale the left knee in. Inhale the left heel to the sky. Exhale. So these are yoga bicycles, right? Really slow with deep lengthening breaths that protect our back even more. Beautiful. Shake out those legs. Bend those knees. Beautiful. Let's bring both knees in, gently rock side to side over those iliacs again. And we're going to rock all the way over to one side and then come up onto all fours. Okay, so when we're on all fours, we have our fingertips wide. And remember, we're pressing through the pads of the fingers and the hands, not here through the wrist. When you press down through the wrist, that compresses the shoulder. All right? When you press through the pads of the fingers and keep those fingers alive, it gives you a lift in the shoulder called dynamic strength that brings force up and lifts up through the shoulder and gives you lift in the shoulder instead of compressing it. So remember, fingertips wide, pads of the hands and fingers. Hips over knees, abdominals strong. We're gazing at the floor in front of us to keep our neck neutral. Dropping the belly, starting from the sacrum, working to the crown of the head. Dropping the belly, we inhale, we lengthen the spine, and we gaze up into cow pose, Batilasana, shoulder blades away from the ears. On the exhale, we start with the sacrum again, and we begin to round the back, draw the navel up into the spine, get all the way to the crown of the head. Feel the lifting of the body, the releasing of the back into cat pose, Marjariyasana. Starting from the sacrum again, we inhale, Batilasana, fine leg. Exhale, Marjariyasana, find release, lift. Inhale, lengthen. Ocean waves with the spine from the sacrum to the crown. Exhale, Marjariyasana. Inhale, length. Exhale, Marjariyasana. Beautiful. Cat-cow should be done every day. Nourishes the spine. Just wakes it up. Staying on all fours. We're going to lengthen the right leg. So we're on the ball of the right foot. And we're pressing that right heel back to the wall behind us. It may take a few little forward and back motions to get that calf going. And while you're here, instead of being flat on the hands, if you would instead like to make fists with the hands, that's okay too. The wrist, okay? We're trying not to put a lot of pressure in the wrist by pressing through the fingers. But even if you are, and even if that's still a little challenging, make fists with the hands instead. That's okay. Right? So that right heel presses back. We're going to gaze at the floor in front of us, keeping that neck neutral. And we're going to lift that right heel just up to hip height. Find strength here in the belly. Lift up through the belly so we don't sink into the back or the right shoulder. And lengthen through the left fingertips. You feel comfortable lifting that left arm up. Now reach through the toes and fingertips and find spinal balance. We're not compressing down into the right side, right? We're reaching up through the right fingertips. We're lifting up through the belly. And we're finding balance and length here. Beautiful. Keep that right leg up and flex the foot. Bring the left hand down. On the next exhale, rotate that right leg out to the side, gently touching the right toe on the floor. On the inhale, come back up and bring it over that left leg so the right toe is on the floor to the left side of the body. Inhale up. Exhale that right toe over to the right. Big circles with that right hip. Inhale up. Exhale that right toe over to the left. Reach it over there. Good. Inhale up. One more time. Bring that right toe all the way to the right side. You can let your neck follow, or you can just keep your neck up or facing forward. Inhale. And exhale that toe over to the left. This time we're going to inhale, bring that leg up. Exhale, keep that foot flexed. Bring it over to the right and keep it right there. Now, we're going to reach up through the left arm. And we're going to bring the palm of the left hand behind the right arm. Palm up. Reach that left hand over towards the right foot. Bend that right elbow and slowly come down onto the left side of your shoulder and head. And to thread the needle. Now we're going to reach the left arm out and release just here on the left side of the body. And if you can, if you'd like to reach that left arm out towards the right toes, reach out there. This right arm can stay right here, or you can bring the right hand to the hip, or you could even reach the right arm up and really open the right side of your chest. Remember, the sides of the chest, the pec minus muscles there. And when they get tight, you can get a lot of challenging in the neck. So keep that open here. Remember, you can have your hand down on the hip or reaching up, whatever's best for your shoulder. Just release the left side. One more breath. To come out of this, we bring our right hand down first, fingertips apart, and push up from the right hand. Bring the left hand back. Bring the right leg back onto all fours. All right? Beautiful. Let's try the other side. All right? Actually, let's take a little breather first. Let's sit back on our heels into Vajrasana. Okay? So it's showing to it you can have the block here between the heels and the bottom, or you can just sit back on your heels. Okay? Vajrasana. Call it the digestion pose. It really helps that belly. We're going to stay nice and long through the spine. Release the shoulders. And if you'd like, we could get a little wrist stretch here. Whatever you need to do for your wrist, that feels good. Maybe a little bit of swinging of your arms. All right. Remember, listening to the body. What does it need? You need a little neck roll side to side. Pay attention, making sure that you're not feeling sensations that don't feel good. Listen to your body during this next round of poses. We're coming back onto all fours. Fingertips wide, shoulders over wrists. Inhale to Vichalasana, dropping the belly, lengthening the spine, gaze up, shoulder blades away from the ears. Exhale, Marjariasana, as we begin to make that ocean wave with the back from the sacrum to the crown of the head. Draw that navel in. Inhale, find length. Exhale, find release. Inhale, find length. Exhale, find release. Inhale, find length. Exhale, find release. Beautiful. Staying on all fours, keeping that neck neutral by gazing forward onto the floor. We're going to lengthen that left leg. Come onto the ball of the foot and help warm up that calf a little bit by maybe coming up onto the toes and then pressing back that heel to the wall behind you. Feel that calf get some release. Then when you're ready, strong here, pressing through the pads of the hands, not compressing into that left shoulder. We're going to lift that right or left leg up to hip height. Find stability in both hips here. When you feel ready, lengthen that right arm and lift if you're ready and reach through the toes and fingertips into spinal balance. Be sure you're not pressing down to that left arm. You're lifting up. You're lifting up from the fingers. Lengthening from toes to fingertips all the way to the spine. Breathe. Strengthen the belly. Good. Keep that left leg up there. Flex the foot. Bring the right hand down. And on the exhale, big rotation. Bring the left toes out to the left. On the inhale, big rotation up. Bring the left big toe over that right leg, over to the right side. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Bring it over to the left. Hold it there. Now reach up out of that right arm. And then with the palm up towards the sky, reach that extended arm behind your left. Reach, reach, reach until your left elbow bends and you come down onto the outside of the right shoulder and outside of your head on the right side. Just relax there. Reach in those right fingertips towards those left toes, right? And you can keep the left hand here, or you could bring that left hand to the left hip, or you can reach that left arm up and back and open up that pec minus, that side of the chest wall. Open, open. Reach the right fingertips to the left toes. Belly strong here. Thread the needle. Good. Bringing that left hand down first to push off the floor with the left hand. Come back up. Right arm. Left leg comes back. We're on all fours. All right. Let's sit back into Vajrasana again with the block underneath the bottom. Or just sitting on the heels. Take a few breaths. What do you need for your neck? Maybe your arms, maybe your wrists. All right, sit your hips off over to the right. Okay, so the legs are to the side. Bring your right arm somewhat under your shoulder. Fingertips are probably going to turn out. They may turn in. Try what you need for your body. We're coming into side plank. Okay, so you're going to work right up here through the oblique area and hip area. So we're going to push off of the finger pads, not the wrist. We're going to lift up and extend that left leg out to the side and bring that right hip and right knee back. So we don't want to be here. We want to lift up. All right, so that right knee and right hip are underneath each other. Hips are squared here, and we open. And we squeeze right here through that oblique. Okay? You can gaze up to the top arm or down to the bottom, but keep that neck neutral, whatever feels best. If you really feel like you're bringing that right rib cage up towards the sky, and you can extend that bottom leg and scissor those legs, beautiful for side plank. Hold for 3. Good. If both legs are up, we're going to bring the knee back down. Push up off the arm and leg. Let's come back to Vrajasana. Stretch that wrist. Take a few breaths. Release. Remember, coming into the pose, using the breath. Immerse yourself in the pose. Listen to the body. Respect the body. You're not judging. You're not making expectations. You're just being present. Okay, there's no finishing a pose. It's what your body needs at the time. Just for today, right? So we're going to sit our hips over to the left now. I'm going to bring that left arm down, fingertips wide, wherever you want your fingertips to point. Okay, and we're going to lift up onto that left knee and extend that right leg out. Now remember, let's get our hips up so that left hip and knee are over each other and both hips are square right here towards me, towards the side of the room, right? Find that arm where it needs to be. Bring the bottom rib cage up towards the sky and lift up to side plank. If you can keep that bottom rib cage, the left ribs reaching up to the sky and the hips neutral and strong here, pubis bone up, tailbone down, right? You can bring that bottom leg up and reach. Hold for 3. Good. Come back down onto that left knee. Let's come around and come into Balasana, child's pose. Okay, so with our knees apart, big toes together, or our knees together, we sit our hips back on our heels and we reach our arms out. So your knees may want to come apart a little bit, they may want to stay in, but we're going to begin to slowly sink our body down into the earth. Or maybe on our forehead, we might even be on our chest. Fingertips reaching out, we're allowing the armpits, the chest, the forehead, the hips to just dissolve into the earth. And we're going to take a little mental moment here. On the inhale, stay there in Balasana. Start feeling the grounding sensation of Balasana, child's pose. Allow your body to sink into the earth. We're going to come into an equal part breath to allow our body and mind to relax even more, to release even more. On the inhale, we're going to count to 4. On the exhale, we're going to count to 4. And we're going to stay focused on the sensations of the body during this. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it all out. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Just back to breath. Beautiful. Let's come back up again. You can use that equal part breath anytime. Let's curl those toes under, lift up and back into downward facing dog. And pedal those feet until those calves again say that they're warmed up enough. When they are, we're going to lengthen down through the back of the legs and invite the heels to the floor. Lengthen up through the spine as the tailbone comes up towards the sky. Stretch back and open the shoulder blades with the external rotation of those arms towards each other. The armpits facing towards each other. We stretch back, neck, gaze at our thighs. Create strength in the belly. Keep that spine nice and neutral as you breathe into downward facing dog. And at any time, if you need to bend your knees during this pose, of course that's okay. Of course, anytime, especially if you feel challenges in the lower back, we bend our knees. Breathe. And we're going to gaze forward. Come forward a little bit. You're going to walk your hands back to your feet. And we're going to be in ragdoll. So we're going to grab opposite elbow with opposite hand and just let our body hang. Okay? Our knees are soft. Some knees are going to be more bent than others depending on your lower back. And we're just allowing our body to hang here. You might even sway back and forth. Just releasing that lower back hamstring. Beautiful. Let's bend the knees. Let's bring our hands above the knees and let's round from cat pose all the way up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Shoulders back. And let's do a little standing, moving meditation. Remember, strengthen the belly when you do forward folds. If you have challenges, maybe just for today, you still do the forward folds, but you do them with bent knees, okay? Keeping the belly on the knees as you forward fold. And when you come out of your fold, use the belly muscles to come out of the fold, all right? Just for today if you need to. Bend those knees even more. All right, let's stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Nice and tall, through the crown of the head, rooting down through the feet. Okay, where do you want to be? Right here. Palms are forward so we can sit those shoulders right in the upper arm bones. If you need to move a little bit your legs, go ahead. Sorry. All right. Tadasana, strong. Open up, broaden the shoulders. And remember, all these poses, we always keep that lift up in the pubis bone and down in the tailbone so we don't stand like this or maybe stand like this. We're neutral here. Pubis bone lifts up to the rib cage. Tailbone comes down towards the knees. Shoulders are broad, chest is open. Okay, let's bring our palms up towards the sky and then bring our fingertips to our shoulders. Keep the shoulders out to the side. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Keep the hips forward as much as you can. If you need to bring them with you a little bit and bend the knee, whatever your back needs, but try to keep them forward and the legs long as much as you can. Just twist right out of the body. Inhale back to the center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the right. Back to the center. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale back to the center. Arms back down. Moving meditation. Inhale, reach. Gentle arch to the small of the back. Drawing the pubis bone up, tailbone down to create that arch. Exhale, belly strong with knees bent or legs long. I'll do first with knees bent into Uttanasana. I take my belly to my thighs before I fold forward, and then I extend my legs as much as I can without feeling pressure in the small of the back. To come up, belly strong, we inhale, reach up, palms forward, gentle arch to the small of the back. Exhale, Uttanasana. With bent knees or long legs, now it's your choice. Fold into the body. Use the belly muscles to come up strong. Inhale, reach, gentle arch, Trishi strong. Exhale, Uttanasana. Now get into the flow. Use the breath. Inhale, reach. Palms together at heart center. Exhale through the heels of the feet into chair pose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, Uttanasana. Forward fold. Use the belly muscles. Inhale, reach. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, Uttanasana. Beautiful. Belly's muscles strong. Inhale, reach. Chair pose. Hold. Up through the chest, down through the heels of the feet. Good. Let's add some balance. Inhale, reach. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, chair pose. Press through the heels. Inhale, reach. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Ooh, a little balance there. Exhale, chair. Through the heels of the feet. One more time. Inhale, reach up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, chair. Hold. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, Uttanasana. Forward fold. Now from here, let's bend our knees, gaze forward, fingertips in front, and we're going to kick back this left leg all the way back into Anjaneyasana, low lunge. So we drop the left knee, shin and top of the foot on the mat. The right knee is right here over the right heel, right? And remember that left hip flexor, I'll show both directions. That left hip flexor is the one that's coming forward. Okay? Remember that psoas muscle down here that comes around, wraps around, attaches to the lower back. So we don't want to just keep pushing that hip forward and coming up and pushing it forward. We want to lengthen forward, come up onto our thigh, and then lengthen upward at the same time. So that muscle gets a forward and upward stretch with it. All right? So we're up here on our thigh now. Left hip is forward, but it's coming up. Pubis bone is lifted up. Tailbone down, right? As always, what we're focusing on. And we right here into Anjaneyasana. Good. If you feel comfortable doing so, you can keep the left knee down or curl the left toes under and lift up into crescent lunge. Beautiful. Bringing those hands back down to the thigh. Bring that left knee back down to the floor. Release the left shin and top of the foot. And remember, we're supposed to have our blocks available, although I did not have mine available. So with your block available, we're going to set it either on the high side or the low side, inside that right foot. All right? We're going to reach down onto that block, spread our fingertips wide through the left arm. And we're slowly, keeping the spine long and the belly strong, going to reach this right arm up to the sky. Okay? Or you want to bring that left hand all the way down to the floor. Lift that back leg into crescent lunge and then reach. You have that option as well. That's my little guy, Jack, barking in the background. Sorry. He's my little barker. Breathe. Where's that right knee tracking? Is it with the middle toe? You got that right knee coming in or out? How's that feeling? How's lengthening through that back leg? Yeah, one more breath. Beautiful. Let's bring this right hand down to the outside of the right foot. Drop that left knee, shin, top of the foot again. Let's keep our hands here. Bring that right foot a little bit forward. And on the exhale, we're going to sit back, lift those toes, and come a little bit of hamstring. Oh, that's going to feel good. Inhale, back, forward. Exhale, lengthen back. Good. Inhale, forward. Exhale, let's come back into a nice hamstring stretch. We start right here. We may want to point our toes and stretch the front of that ankle. Yeah? Okay? Couple options here. You've got your block handy. You may want to lift the toes and sit back, placing that block right underneath that right hip, and sit back and feel that stretch forward. Remember, we're never rounding. We're always lifting through the pelvis, dropping down through the tailbone. So we are with open chest. So even here, we would keep that same thing. Okay? You may want to remove the block and sit down on the inside of that right heel and stretch all the way. Okay? I'm going to turn around and show what this looks like from this angle, where you're sitting right down inside that. As long as that ankle's nice and straight, you got a nice press down of all 5 toes, and your knee's okay with it, and then you can come forward this way. All right, so you got a couple options there. Let's hold. You're on your block. Maybe you didn't even go from here. That's okay. I threw in a bunch of options there for you. But if you're here, knee tracking through your middle toe, your toes aren't hanging out here to the side, right? Back of the legs on the floor. All right, let's find our place and breathe into it. Beautiful. From here, we're going to push back up again into that low lunge. All right, and step back into downward facing dog. So right back down into downward facing dog. Might want to pedal your feet. You might just go right into downward dog, or you might choose to go into Balasana for a moment. Stretch the wrist a little bit. What does your body want? What are you feeling like? Okay, when you're ready, we're going to lift up onto the toes. We're going to swing that left leg between the hands and drop the right knee, shin, and top of the foot. So now you're in Anjaneyasana again, low lunge. Excuse me. And we're finding that lift of the right hip flexor now. Lift forward and then coming up. Okay, so now you're feeling it through that right hip flexor. Forward and then lifting up, right? Forward and then lifting up. Pubis bone up, tailbone down, and you get that natural way it works instead of forcing it. If you feel comfortable doing so, you want to try it maybe just for today, yeah? Curl the back toes under. Lift up into crescent lunge. Breathe. Good. We're going to come back onto that left leg. Drop that right knee, shin, top of the foot for a moment. Grabbing our block on the high side or maybe on the low. Inside that left foot, we place our palm, fingertips wide, pads strong, and then we rotate up. Okay? And let's keep that left knee tracking through the middle toes. We can stay right here and really lift and open, or we can remove the block, bring the hand down to the floor, lift up into crescent lunge, and lift. Leg is long, knee still tracking over the middle toes, opening up, pressing through the pads of the fingers. Breathe. Beautiful. Let's bring that left hand down to the outside of that foot. Drop the right knee, shin top of the foot. Oh, and exhale back to that left hamstring stretch. Feel the release, a little bit of lactic acid there on that crescent lunge. And then back up. Inhale. And let's hold that hamstring stretch, maybe right here. May want to drop our toes and get a nice little ankle stretch real quick. Love this stretch. I can't hold it for too long. I don't know about you, but I sure do like the initial set of it. It's very good for the ankle. Remember, we can stay here, create a nice hamstring stretch here. We can place this block under the left hip, sit down on the inside of that right heel, extend and maybe get a little. Remember, we're still open here, lifting here before we even forward fold, before we even think about it, right? Or you can move that block, maybe sit down on the inside of that right heel, making sure all the toes are on the floor flat, keeping long before we fold forward. What do you feel like your body wants today? Maybe just for today. You try a little bit different, yeah? Open up. Where's that knee tracking? Bottom of the left leg on the floor. Beautiful. Let's slowly come up, swing that left leg around with the right. And we are going to come up onto both knees. Going to go into camel pose. Utkatasana. All right. Remember, we are not trying to force the back to arch. Lifting the pubis bone up to the ribcage, dropping the tailbone down, opening the chest will create a nice arch for the back. All right? So now you can have your heels lifted, or you can have the tops of the feet on the floor, whatever is best for you. Okay? Hips over knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Now create gentle fists and begin to draw the pubis bone up into the ribcage. Glute squeeze a little bit. Tailbone down towards the knees. Open the chest. Press those two fists into those two iliac bones. There you are, right here. You may want to drop your neck back. That's fine as long as you're not compressing it. You're allowing it to go. Or it might want to stay up. Mine does not like to be dropped back. Mine likes to stay here, wherever you're comfortable. If you can keep that pubis bone lifted, tailbone down, and keep those hips forward, you can also open up to the back of the heels. There you go. Keep that pubis bone lifting up, tailbone down. Glutes are strong, belly's strong. Heart is open to the sky. Good. Fist back to the iliac. And with our knees apart and our big toes touching, let's come back into Balasana, child's pose, and release. Allowing the armpits, the forehead, and the hips to just absorb into the earth. And whatever, if there's anything left after we've practiced so far, mentally or physically, that's just staying in you, that you know doesn't serve you, that you know you don't need to be holding on to. Child's pose is a great way to come down. We let that go into the earth. It'll take it for us. Even if it's something we may have to deal with later on, not right now. Just for today, we let it go. Give me a big inhale. Give me a big exhale. Begin the count of 4. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Completely empty on the exhale. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Just letting go. Back to the breath. Good. Back up. Let's have a seat. And let's bring our legs out nice and wide. Both sitting bones down. Bottoms of both legs on the floor. Just a little bit of time forward folding, keeping the belly strong, spine long. Just a little bit here, opening up through the inner parts of those legs. Not rounding the spine, keeping the chest open. Releasing when we feel the sensation, we stop, we pause, we absorb it. Then on the exhale, we bring a little bit more sensation into the stretch. Good. Let's come back up. Shake out those legs. Check this back. Knees just kind of windshield wiper your legs side to side. Beautiful. All right. Come back with our heels in front of us. And again, we'll slowly lower to the floor or roll to one side to come down. Bring those knees back up again. Just gently rock side to side over those iliacs. All right, this side. Let's come back to the center, both feet on the floor. And let's just windshield wiper those legs again, side to side. Back to the center. Beautiful. All right, we're going to extend the left leg. We're going to bring the right leg up and grab right behind it with both hands. Foot is flexed. You may even grab with your thumb and your index finger and the big toe and just hold it there. Okay, so we have it there. Or if you have a strap, I didn't bring a strap with me today, you can use it, but I'd rather you just try to use the body. Okay, so flex the heel up towards the sky, grab the big toe, flex the leg, or lengthen the leg, excuse me, reach out. And then slowly allow that right leg to come out to the side. Okay? It's not going to come all the way down to the floor. That's okay. But we are going to keep that left hip down. So you may want to take your left hand and push that left hip down. And then just let this right leg come out as it will. Keep the left side of your body down. Keep lengthening and strengthening through this left leg to keep it down as close to the floor as you can. And there's that inner thigh. Oh, yeah. Right, and bring that leg back up. Ooh, all right, we're going to bring the left knee in and cross that right leg in front of that left knee. Reach the right hand under the right leg to grab behind the left. And bring that left knee to the chest. Okay, just a supine pigeon pose. With this right arm underneath, grabbing underneath the hamstring here, we're going to bring our right elbow and push that right knee to the wall in front of you. Push it towards the wall. Both feet are flexed. Push that right knee towards the wall in front of you and draw the left knee into the chest at the same time. And there's that pigeon pose. Yes. Keep pressing the right knee to the wall, bringing the left knee towards the chest, and release. Beautiful windshield wiper with the legs. Good. Okay, back to the center. Extend the right leg on the floor. Keep it drawn down towards the floor. Keep it contracted and strong, as close to the floor as you can keep it. Okay? Send this left heel up towards the sky. Grab right through here, or the thumb, index finger grabs around the big toe, and we hold it here. Lengthen through that left heel. Feel that hamstring. Now really press down through that right leg, contract that right thigh, keep that right hip down by pressing it down with the right hand, and allow this left leg to come out to the side without the right side of the body coming up. Hold. My toe's not wanting to use my index finger. That's okay. Use another. Press down through the right side of your body. Press down. Keep centered. Keep pressing through that right leg. Keep lengthening through the left. And you might have a hold of your leg here, and you might have your knee bent. That's okay. You're still opening up your inner thigh. Remember how you have to modify. It's because the body is the way it is. We don't make judgments. We don't get upset. We just allow it to be as it is. So if that knee's bent, that's okay. That's absolutely great. We're going to bring that left leg back up. Bend the knee. Bring the right knee in. Cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Both feet are flexed. Right? Wind the left hand under the left leg. Grab the back of the right hamstring with both hands. And then begin with this left elbow to push the left knee towards the wall in front of you while bringing the right knee to the chest. On the exhale, push the left knee towards the wall in front of you. Draw the right knee towards the chest. Keep both feet flexed. Keep active. Keep active. Breathe. Keep it active. Keep feeling the sensation. Keep using the exhale. Keep using the exhale. Left knee towards the wall, right knee into the chest. Come on. Keep feeling the sensation. Don't stop. Good. And release both legs again. Windshield wipers. Ah. Whew. Beautiful. Our feel-good poses to wind down now. Let's extend both legs against the wall. Against the wall pose. So if you are against the wall, even better, right? Pressing down through that tailbone, up through the feet. Get a few breaths here. Now let's bring the legs out wide. Then let's bend our knees and grab the bottom of each foot and draw it in towards our armpits as we begin to rock side to side into happy baby. Send those legs out again. Bring them together. Knees in. Let's bring our arms out, palms up. And really bring the back of the shoulders into the floor. And allow those knees to roll over to the left as you turn and gaze over the right. Now, with this, you really want to release. So you can place a block under both knees. You can place a block between your knees, whatever it takes. But let's open those arms. Reach those fingertips out, palms towards the sky. Gaze over that right shoulder. Allow those left knees to just fall to the floor on the left. And breathe. Good. One knee at a time back to the center. Head to follow. We do the same thing on the other side. We can use the block or not. Reach out with the fingertips. Gaze over that left shoulder. Right knee's gently falling towards the floor. And breathe. Good. One knee at a time back to the center. Extend both legs onto the floor. All right? And this is where you have your blanket handy, which I did not. All right? So we're going to roll up that blanket, like I said, about that thick. All right? We're going to place it underneath. You don't have to use the blanket to do this. The lower back and the bottom. Okay? And we're going to, our knees are bent. We can bring our feet wide and let our knees fall in, palms up, and lay in constructive rest, if that's better for the lower back. Or if you want to find some length in the psoas muscles while you're coming into rest, bring your feet back together, extend just one leg at a time onto the floor, and you're going to feel a little bit of length right here through the tops of the hips. All right? Or you can opt just to come into laying down Savasana, putting a blanket over, putting some things over your eyes. All right, It is time to tell our bodies and mind that we can rest now. Bring in that feel-good hormone that says, it's time to rest, and it will feel good. So we're going to come back to the breath. Excuse me. We're going to come back to the breath. Our eyes closed. Begin that deep inhalation through the nose all the way to the belly. Feel it expand, and on the exhale, draw that belly in, lift up to the ribcage, release that breath through the lips. Take as long and as deep a breath as you can. Beautiful, and settle into the breath. Thoughts come and go, that is natural. That is a natural way to be, to have thoughts come in. It is how we hold on to those thoughts, how we translate those thoughts, and then how we express those thoughts physically, mentally, or verbally. So as we come into the breath and we begin to allow the body to really relax, the thoughts come and go, but we do not hold on to them. We do not identify with them. We let them be, we let them go, we come back to the breath. As we begin to open the eyes, wiggle the fingers and toes, we're going to come back up onto the feet, bend the knees, lift the hips, and bring the blanket out from under our body, and then just roll to one side. Lift ourselves up onto all fours and sit back in a child's pose one more time, just releasing anything else we may be holding on to that does not serve us just for today. Child's pose. Good. Beautiful, you guys. I hope you enjoyed class today. I hope you all are doing okay. You have my email, my number if you need anything. I'll get out and take a nice walk if it's safe for you to do so. Um, Especially maybe try to do that before you take the yoga class. You can blend it all in together. A little bit of nature, a little bit of yoga. Maybe do yoga outside. But I hope you all are safe and healthy and happy. And thank you for joining me. Namaste.